Bri. Guy here. Last night, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather finally met. The greatest fight of our lifetimes finally happened. There was much anticipation for this fight. Big build up for this fight. They went all across. I went to city to city, 4 cities for that. Little press conference tour they did to promote it back in July. Everyone did videos for it. Everyone did their own promos, made their own posters. Everyone had their opinions. And it finally happened last night. Leading up to the fight, there's a bunch of boxing matches. I'm a huge MMA fan. I didn't find the boxing matches too entertaining. The co-main event was pretty good. That's just my uneducated mind, and my just not liking boxing is the reason for me not enjoying the boxing fights. Anyway, it was overall a good night. It was phenomenal to see Conor walk out, to see him see him in the ring against Floyd. This is my first ever Floyd fight, full Floyd fight I've ever seen. Floyd looked good. He was aggressive. Apparently he's never aggressive. He's always on his back foot, being defensive. He wanted to knock Conor out. He needed this for boxing. He needed to have his final fight on, his 50th fight being a showstopper, and it was. This fight lived up to the hype that everyone thought it would. Conor came out strong early in the rounds. He actually won some rounds. Floyd was just taking his time, waiting for Conor to gas out, and pick his shots. Conor looked good in the first couple of rounds. Hit him with some big bombs. I thought Conor honestly was going to come out in a wider stance. I thought Conor was going to pick his shots a bit more, but Conor came out in more of a boxer stance that we're not used to seeing Conor in. But Conor did put on a good show. And then as soon as the fourth round came, Mayweather started turning it on. He downloaded Conor's movement, Conor's timing, and then just started picking his shots, and then slowly beat him up. It really showed you, this coming from a guy who had uneducated boxing mind. It really showed you a guy with 50 fights compared to a guy with 0 fights. McGregor knew what he was doing from the beginning. He knew he was probably never in trouble at any moment. Mayweather knew what he was doing from the beginning. Probably knew he was never in any danger. McGregor, I keep getting these guys mixed up. Mayweather looked amazing. There's a reason why he's the Hall of Famer, and you saw later in the round 7, 8, 9, Conor's fatigued and Mayweather hitting him with bombs. Stoppage to me, from an MMA standpoint, from an MMA fighter, MMA MMA fan, I felt that maybe the ref could have gone on 10 more seconds, but that's boxing. I guess the ref jumps in. I don't know. Fuck. In MMA, is more definitive stoppage for the most part. So that's why I would like to have gone maybe 10 more seconds. Because Conor, although he was in trouble, he was still, somewhat aware of what was going on. But that's the boxing rules, and they jumped in and said, no more. Overall, it was a phenomenal night. Overall, it was a phenomenal fight. Stars were aligned that night. Literally, there were stars everywhere in that fight. This was a once-in-a-lifetime fight, and I was glad to be a part of it. I was not there, but I was glad to order the pay-per-view and sit there with my friends and enjoy it. I really would have liked Conor to win. It's a big win for MMA. It's a big win for Conor, but it's, he didn't get it done. He made lots of money, and he's good to go. He's fine. still Conor McGregor. He's still the dominant guy in MMA. So that was the big plus out of this, is that he's still the top guy in MMA, and he's still going to be a pay-per-view draw. He probably might be even bigger because now more people know who he is. And then Floyd, he says he's done. He's, riding off into the sunset, but if there's another big fight, I can see Floyd coming back, making another $300 million. So we'll have to see about that, I guess. I'm not too into boxing, so I honestly couldn't care less. I do have more respect for Floyd for this fight, for how he performed, how he acted after the fight. All that shit before the fight was just promotions, just, semantics, trying to get this fight, people to buy this fight. So you gotta give their hats off to both men. Floyd, he's a legend. He looked good, and there's a reason why he's 50-0. He's a veteran. He really knows how to perform inside that ring. So it is what it is. Phenomenal fight and phenomenal night. Both guys made lots and lots of money. Hopefully this was $1 billion fight. Hopefully it made $5 million pay-per-views. Yesterday, my friend and I were just around town doing shit, and everyone was talking about that fight. And people overheard us talking about it. They would, give their 2 cents on it. So you knew this was a big fight. You knew lots of people were into this, and it lived up to the hype. So we won't probably ever see this fight ever again, like a big prize fight like this ever again. It's once in a lifetime, and it was a win-win for everyone, so it's just good. Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, post-fight reaction, results, recap, whatever you want to call it. I'm Brad Guy. Thank you for watching.